just, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna exit the building.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just take over from here. It's fine. But we do got the presents and the Christmas tree right here, so I guess that can make it a Christmas episode. Even though we're not really talking about Christmas at all.
You know what sucks? Is that every gift right there, there's none for us.
Yeah, I know. But it's fine, because I'll survive with the joy of others. The joy of others is the most important gift to me. What is your fondest memory of Christmas? What is your favorite Christmas memory?
I honestly can't. Well, it's hard to say. It would honestly just probably be the first Christmas that we had our lovely angel with us.
Yeah, but that was boring. She didn't even know what to do. She was just sitting there. She couldn't even open a gift.
I know, but it's like now it's our turn to
Open it for her?
no. Like now we're starting our own thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be cool because she's finally
This
understanding.
Christmas is gonna be fun because she's very aware.
Yeah, she's very aware. So yeah, that'll be cool, I guess.
I can't wait to see what she likes and what she doesn't like.
When I was little and I would get gifts and I found out what they were, sometimes I would cry when I would get the gifts that I had wanted. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. It just something that happened to me. Maybe it's like a spoiled kind of thing. I don't know. I think I was just happy to get anything. So maybe that's what it was.
So how'd you like the McRib?
Oh yeah, I tried the McRib and I don't like it. It's not a good sandwich. I don't think there's no hype behind it. It tastes flavorless other than the sauce. Like the patty itself, I guess I was expecting something different, but it just wasn't all that, what I thought it was. Like you can go to AMPM and get like a ribicue sandwich, and that is to me better than the McRib.
What color is the patty without the sauce on it?
It looked like it was very like white, like a clear, like a chicken patty almost. I don't even know what kind of meat it was. Like if it was it a rib? Was it rib meat or was it like chicken? I mean, I don't know. It was basically flavorless, and then really all it tasted like was onion. I like the bread. The two pickles it had was cool, and then the onions were like the whole meal. That was the whole thing. So, yeah, and this was my first time having it, and I've been exploring McDonald's menu because I recently just tried a Big Mac for the first time, and yeah, I like that. But the McRib, nah, I don't. There's no, I don't have no hype for it ever again. I'll probably eat it again just to give it another try, like without the onions, and maybe add like salt. But I didn't like it, and I don't think I will get it again. And today, um, yeah,
That was strange.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm happy you tried it.
Yeah, I feel like I had a lot to say, but I'm kind of like drawing a blank. I think I need to turn off the TV. I had the TV on mute because it gets me focusing on what's on TV, and I just can't. I can't like focus on it and talk because then I start realizing like how stupid commercials are or whatever is watching.
Commercials.
Commercials. We just finished The Bachelorette, and the way that it ended is that
It's the way we expected it
it's
to
the
end.
way that we didn't expect it to end, or maybe we, or maybe we did. I don't know. It just was whatever. I'm not really too like fond of the Bachelorette episodes, just because there's no real drama. It's like the girl is probably the most dramatic, but and the guys. I mean, some of the guys are pretty crazy, and sometimes very wild,
I
but
feel like they put those guys in like
on
on
purpose.
purpose.
Yeah, like the hints of like the strong personality ones. But I feel like for the most part, they get along with each other well, and they all could be friends. Now, The Bachelor is where the real drama goes down, where all these bitches are going crazy.
Yeah, I'm
And
excited.
yeah, so that one's gonna be exciting. And I'm glad we don't have to wait too long because it's gonna be a good season, I feel. So, and the guy's just a total hunk. I'm excited for that.
He looks like a cartoon character,
Wow,
like Frozo.
wow, that's racist.
It's not racist.
I
Far
don't know.
from it.
I hope that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just drawing blanks and blanks and blanks. You know what I notice is that whenever we're walking around the store, I oftentimes make faces under my mask, not because I want to, but just because like something about the way the mask is on my face, like I'm making weird like facial just faces like with my I'm doing weird things with my mouth, and I notice it's like I have it like open, or I'll like have one lip up, or I'll do weird stuff in there and I don't know why
You
I'm
know what's
doing it.
funny? Is that's old.
What do you mean that's old?
That's old. That's
What?
like been on TikTok so many times.
I don't
Like
care. I don't go on TikTok.
life without a mask, and
It'd be
then
what?
they're doing dumb faces.
Yeah, that's how I
How
feel.
original.
I haven't seen that. I'm not on TikTok all the time.
How original.
I mean, it is gonna be weird to have that. It is gonna be very weird to have without a mask, just because I don't know how I'm gonna have my face. I'm sure it'd be fine. I'm sure you'll be more aware. I think you do it now because the fact that you know your face is covered, so you know nothing's gonna happen. So I think I'll be fine. But it's just funny to kind of realize what you're doing under your mask. But my mask gets all like hot and steamy. I think because like I have a tendency of biting on like my collar shirts or my sweaters. So sometimes I'll like,
Bite on the mask.
or like I just feel like I salivate a lot in my mouth. So I feel like it just kind of like goes onto my mask. Like it's steamy in there. And so sometimes it's like wet, like as if I'm biting on it or something. And it just gets, I don't know. It's just like steamy. And I'm just ready for that to be over.
Yeah, it's made me gag a couple times here and there.
Yeah, I don't know why it does it like that. I mean, even right now, like I get like I have to like like suck in my spit. I don't know. Like I feel like I even have a lisp sometimes, or like I just have to watch like the amount. I don't know. It's probably weird and gross, but I just have to like be aware of like when my mouth is filling up with spit, basically. So I have to like swallow it, or I have to just like let it drool out, one or the other, and it kind of messes with the way that I'm talking. I even feel like I have like these like pockets in my cheeks like that just hold the water, so it kind of makes my voice sound like different, or like I'm just like heavy or something. I don't know, or like like I just got two water balloons in my mouth and I just can't talk. I feel like this week has is going by fast. By the time you know Christmas is gonna be here, and then the New Year's, it is gonna be weird to see the New Year's Eve show to see if people are in Times Square, how they're gonna do that. Because I mean, there's a lot of people that disregard the lockdowns, or disregard the stay-at-home order. So I wonder if there will be people out.
Yeah, but are they in stay-at-home order?
I don't know if they are actually. They might be. I know that they had recently banned like indoor eating because they were allowing that. So I imagine that since they are, since they banned that, that they do have some kind of stay-at-home order or something like that. I don't know. You know, a lot of times I try to brush my teeth and give a good clean because I don't want to end up eating a snack later on, or like late night eating. But you know, I always like wait for my mouth to be like out of that fresh state, and then I'll start to eat my snacks. So then it just kind of defeats the purpose, you know? Like I'll go, like right now I'm really craving like milk and cookies and pizza. You know, I want pizza really bad. And I should have got some earlier. I knew I should have, but I just didn't for whatever reason.
Are you pregnant?
Yeah, I think that I am. I think I
I have a lot of cravings.
I have had a lot of cravings. I do want to try another McRib, just to make sure it was as shitty as I remember it. But you know, I'm to be honest, I'm just hungry, and I want to eat, but I don't want to eat at the same time because I don't want to eat. So I'll try and go brush my teeth, but then I'll wait an hour, and then I'll go and eat my cookies and milk. I'll finish that whole thing of Oreos
Yeah, I know.
that I
And then
know
Mila would be so upset.
that
She
I
eats them slowly.
and I eat rows at a time. I don't think that's I don't think that that's very healthy.
I mean, I wonder if I was to allow her, how many she would eat, honestly.
I could probably eat the whole pack, to be honest. Not probably half a pack. I don't know. But I mean, I don't know. I should have ate earlier. I'll probably end up eating. just because I'm getting hungry.
You know what's weird is that there's so many things that I eat that you find weird,
What do you mean?
that you don't like. And it's weird to me because I feel like it's a normal thing.
Like?
Like, for instance, is how I like to eat my oranges with salt,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't like that.
Yeah, that's a normal. I think that's a normal thing, but I don't. I don't like it. I don't like salt.
You don't like tahine.
No, I don't like salt with sweet stuff. I feel like a big part of Mexican recipes has a lot of like fruit or else have a lot of sweet stuff with like savory stuff.
No,
You don't think so?
no,
You don't think that it's off a lot of it is
no.
like that?
Mexican food?
Not all Mexican food, but some are.
I
You know,
mean, probably in other parts of Mexican food.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like they have that. I'm sure other cultures do, and right now I can't think of which ones would and wouldn't. But I mean, even sweet and sour chicken, you know. But it's just different. I don't know. It's just different.
Yeah, you like orange chicken.
Yeah, I do. I like orange
It's
chicken,
just strange because you don't like anything else.
but it's just like the way it's made, or maybe because it's not even authentic. Maybe it's more of just like a tangy kind of thing, you know. But I just don't like salt on fruit. I would rather not eat it. I would rather eat it the way it is by itself. I don't know. Or like what else is something that I don't like that is like that?
What do you mean that I like
No, I mean just
sweet and salty?
yeah, or like sweet and savory. I mean they have like some restaurants you go to and they have like a sweet sauce on the rice, and that's gross.
Or like,
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter what the culture is. I think I just don't like sweet stuff mixed with um like regular food
but
or
you can
savory
eat,
food or
but
things.
you can eat pancakes
Yeah, I can eat
with
pancakes.
eggs.
Yeah, I don't see. Okay,
Like the
well,
yolk in the egg.
yeah, I don't know. I
That's
guess
gross.
I guess I
I mean,
don't.
the yolk in the syrup.
Yeah, I don't mind it to be mixed. Yeah,
Scrambled is different.
scrambled. Yeah, I can eat it scrambled. I just don't. I don't know. I don't see a difference. But that's just where I make it okay.
That's so strange that I grew up having to have those things on separate plates.
You know what is weird is that I never liked the McGriddle before,
Those are delicious.
but now I like them. I mean, I don't think I would still get one, but I do like them. I'd rather just get the regular breakfast. I can go for breakfast right
You know
now.
what sucks is that I'm like wide awake 24/7. Well, not 24/7, but most of the time. And then I feel like once we start doing this, I just like sit down and like start yawning.
Maybe because
Is
you're
it just because I'm like chilling?
probably because you're chilling and then you're just kind of like you're self-aware because there's nothing else going on around us. So it's just like you're self-aware of yourself.
Self aware of myself, being self
Self-aware.
aware.
Self-aware of myself, being self-aware of the things around.
Yeah. So we have a fish. I don't know what kind of fish he is. What kind of fish is that?
Beta ray.
Beta fish. The beta. What's beta ray?
That's what it's called. It's beta ray. I didn't name it. Sure.
And we've had it for maybe. How long have we had it for?
I don't know. Too long.
We've had it for a while. And, at first we had him in a smaller, normal fish tank. Like a little fish. Not a tank, but a fish bowl. And then we decided to get him something a little bit more, um, how would you say, fit for him. So it's bigger, has a filter and stuff. But the thing is that the filter doesn't really necessarily clean the bowl. Um, and today I thought he almost died because he was kind of swimming to his, like, he was just floating on his side. And so I had to, like, stare at him for a little bit because I didn't know if he was alive or not. And at that point, that got me to clean it, which is sad because I should have cleaned it a long time ago. But I waited for that moment to where I had to see if he was dead or alive.
Did you poke him?
Well, he moved, obviously. What is he doing now?
He's just chilling. He's fully upside down.
No,
He is.
he's
Look.
upside down, Isaac.
Yeah, but he's blinking, so he's just playing dead. He's probably not dead yet.
But yeah,
Honestly, I wonder if there's any pizza place that is open right now. I don't think so.
you're not gonna order
I
pizza
know
right
I'm
now.
not. I know I'm not. And there's probably not even a place open. I'm just gonna go eat food that we have in the fridge.
Yeah, your fancy food you made.
There's honestly like nothing in the fridge to eat, but I could find something.
We
You know,
typically
I wish that.
don't.
I'm sorry. Were you talking?
Yes, I was. We typically don't buy groceries like the way we normally do during like a holiday because we end up eating tons of food at these other places. So then we end up wasting because it's happened before to where we have food in our fridge cooked and whatnot. Because normally we have like what meal preps is what you would say, I guess, and we wasted it all because of like, for instance, Thanksgiving. And so we typically it's just best to not cook, like have food during Christmas,
Yeah. Yeah, we've thrown a lot of food away,
which is
and
not good.
yeah, very wasteful because it just we have so much food and we don't get to it all. And so now that we're not even going anywhere, we're not gonna have that much food. So now we have to make our own food.
I
But
mean, we'll get food sent to us.
yeah, it's gonna be ridded with COVID.
Like that. I think the only thing that we don't waste in our fridge, like 99% of the time, are cucumbers. Those things are the only things that we go through,
And Oreos.
and
That's
eggs.
just yeah, Oreos and eggs. That's what we eat for breakfast. Oreos and eggs. It's crazy. I don't know.
You're all dried up.
I'm not dried up. I just need to. I just need to like. I don't know what I need to do, but I think I'm just excited for Christmas.
What's your favorite quote?
I don't. I don't have a favorite color. What's your favorite color?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Yellow,
Why?
because it's happy. And realistically, I like black. Or like a nude, like a nice and nude color.
As far as colors to wear,
Yeah.
cause you don't ever wear yellow.
Yeah, because that's not my skin's basically yellow.
So then you just wear black and yellow,
No.
or you just wear black and your skin's yellow.
Yeah.
Hmm. Are you ready for 2021?
Yeah.
It feels like it's almost gonna instantly change everything once we hit it. Whenever I was gonna say 9/11, whenever New Year's Eve comes around, it's just like all I think about is the countdown. And for a little bit, there's a little part inside me that gets nervous whenever it goes down. Like I think something's gonna happen, but it never, obviously never has. But I think that I just always wait for it. It'd be crazy if it ever did, something ever did happen. I don't know what. I think just like the power shutting down, or like the TV going black, or like all of a sudden a meteor shower comes, or like all of a sudden someone else like QAnon pops up on TV.
Do you remember that time that I put that video up? The scary one?
Which one?
I put it on and I was trying to prank my mom. And it was
Oh,
like about.
yeah, it was like the end of the world, and it was like a breaking news
But
broadcast.
what would you do if that was real?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I think about is gonna happen um, whenever like New Year's Eve happens. I don't know, cause it's just like a major countdown, and everyone's there. The whole country is there watching it, and so it's like, you know, what is that's like a perfect time to do
The
something.
whole country's not watching ours.
I not
They're watching their own.
No, the whole country. What do you mean? The whole country, not the world. But then too, but the thing that makes it easier for me is that different time zones. So like in New York, they already had their blackout. their bombs went off or whatever, and then California comes 3 hours later. But so that's how I know like it doesn't change it, or it's not gonna happen.
Today when I was at the doctor, the lady was like telling me have a Merry Christmas and New Year and stuff. And I was
Hmm.
like, yeah, hopefully 2021's better than this past year. And she's like, it's just gonna be exactly the same. And then in my head, I'm like, wow, okay.
Optimistic. Yeah, to be quite honest, I feel like it's gonna be the same for a couple months, and then once the vaccine gets more regular, it's gonna be normal.
We'll see.
You know what I realized? You know what I realized happens a lot in movies is that whenever they say goodbye, people don't oftentimes say goodbye. They just kind of like hang up, or there's like a silence but acknowledgement of like hanging up the phone. And like if that was a normal person, like okay, like say a lady is on the phone talking to her maid or whatever, she's like, "Oh, what would I do without you?" And then she hangs up. Like to a normal person on the phone, like that's not a signifier to say like okay, bye. You have to say bye. And I think because I don't know if it's just me, but maybe it is just me, or maybe it's everybody, but I feel like whenever anyone says bye on the phone, it's like super awkward and super just kind of like dragged out, or like I don't know, it's just weird, like whenever you say okay, like all right then, well I'll talk to you later, and then they say okay, okay, bye, and then it's just kind of like you kind of like talk over each other, but then you're kind of like trying to get off the phone as quickly as possible, but you're trying to be as polite as possible, so it just makes things awkward. And I think maybe because they don't really ever show us how to say goodbye in movies, and so I think that we don't really know how to do that. You know what I mean? But maybe people do know how to say goodbye in real life, and then maybe it's just me being an idiot and not knowing how to talk to people. No, I just feel like it's just awkward to say goodbye. What do you think?
Um, I don't find it to be such an issue to where I've actually thought about it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, there's either like you're talking over a person, or there's like awkward pauses in between, what you're saying, and it's kind of like like a long pause that you recognize, or at least that I recognize it, and then so it makes me think like, okay, but the way I've been trying to do it is just to be like, and probably is the right way to do it is where you're just like clear, you say what you really need to say, or you say the full like, all right, I'll talk to you later, goodbye, and but you have to wait for them each person, like say okay, all right then, I guess I'll talk to you later, and then they say what they say they're gonna or they say what they're gonna say, and
Is
then
this like what you deal with
and
me?
then and then what I say, no, and then what I say is like okay, all right, I'll talk to you later, and they say okay, bye, and then I say okay, bye. It's just like it could be almost never ending, instead of saying like okay, I'll talk to you later, we don't stop there, we keep going. It's like almost we have to say a conclusion, or we have to say bye.
Who's one person that is the hardest for you to get off the phone with? Like, where it just lingers.
I don't know. Honestly, it's hard to say because I mean, like my dad just hangs up instantly. I don't know if it's my mom. I don't know if it'd be a family member or like a person that you're trying to be professional with, like my boss. When I said bye to him the other day, it was kind of weird.
You call Merry
Um,
Christmas?
yeah, see, I don't know, but also what I do is that I almost say all of that, like what I just said, in one kind of phrase. I say, okay, all right, talk to you later, okay, bye. And I say it so fast and
That's rude.
like I don't give them time to. I don't give them time to like absorb what I'm saying, and I don't give them time to accept what they're saying either, or acknowledge what they're saying. And so I do that too a lot. Like I'll be talking, and then I think that I'm saying things loud and clear, but really I'm like almost mumbling it, and kind of like because I feel like they're listening to me, but then oftentimes they don't hear me, and so I just kind of, I don't know. I don't like acknowledge them, cause I don't know. It's just like sometimes I realize that I can talk sometimes, and like you might not even notice that I said something, which I don't know is a good thing or a bad thing.
Are you sure that's what you go through?
I don't
Or
know. It's just like a whole
well,
mess of
sometimes
emotions.
we're just sitting there and you're like, what?
Yeah, I
And
know that.
absolutely nothing was said.
Yeah, I know, and I know that. Sometimes I just hear things, but I think because there's a lot going on in my mind, and then sometimes it just kind of like blurts out in my head, and it sounds so loud in my head that it echoes outside of my ear, and I think it's coming from real life. It's like almost whenever I'm dreaming, or it's like when you're half asleep, and then you have like those jolts.
And you fall.
Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird, or almost like I don't know. I just need to learn how to talk honestly and be. It's like I'm trying to get out of the spotlight, so I'm trying to just finish real quick, so I'm not clear or I don't enunciate my words, and I salvulate. So I'm basically I can drool if I let myself go.
You mentioned that already.
I know that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I think one person for myself that it's hard for me to hang up. Like I had the debate on like, should I answer this or should I not? But it's like I kind of have to type of thing. My dad just drags on like on and on,
Yeah.
and I know he doesn't mean bad by it, but like he just goes on and on. And he's the one that's like trying to hang up too.
Yeah, I know. That's what's so funny about it is he'll try and say like, okay, well, I gotta go. I have to go to the restroom, but then he'll have like an afterthought, and then he'll
And then
kind of
I'll like respond, and then I feel like he's rushing me once I responded.
yeah, and then it's like he brings up something that requires more conversation, and so you give him a longer answer with also things in that answer that require him to have more conversation. So then it just kind of never ends because he has this afterthought. But like every time he's hoping that he's looking for a window to get out. He just wants it so concise. But I mean, even in general, when he's saying goodbye, he'll like say, "All right, then. Well, I gotta go." But then he'll take one step and then remember something else. Like, "Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you. Did you see this? Blah blah blah." And then it just keeps going. It's a never-ending cycle. You have to just like cut it off. You know. I don't know. I mean,
It's really funny, honestly. He's the only person that does it too
yeah,
that I
yeah,
know of.
yeah. I think I've never met anyone else. Yeah, like that.
It's so funny.
I'm sure there's a lot of people out there like that though, who just kind of like have a lot to say. But I think, well, I mean, not like him because he's like, because like I said, he's trying to find a window out, but he's also has a lot to say. But I know that there's a lot of people who have like a lot to say and just kind of like don't pick up on social cues, like, okay, I'm trying to leave,
Yeah.
like whenever, like you would think if you're talking to someone and you kind of like step back or like turn your body, like, oh, okay, and kind of like do those kind of things, you kind of feel like, okay, that person maybe wants to get away. Or if they're like looking at something else, like they're not really in the conversation, but that person keeps bringing you in somehow. They don't understand it.
Yeah,
But
it's really funny, honestly.
I feel like there's a lot of people like that. Yeah.
Can you fit all your fingers around your wrist?
No. I kind of can. Depends on which
No, all
finger.
of them.
Oh, all of them? No. I can only fit the ring finger on each hand barely around it.
I
Mm.
can fit every finger around. See, that one fits. That one is over. Look,
I mean, I'm even doing it with my ring.
look. This one's over,
Yeah, see, not me.
and
I mean, my fingers can barely touch, and even then, like my hand's like turning purple. I'm cutting off the circulation. I definitely can't do it with my. I mean, I got short, stubby little fingers, and I can't do it with my left hand for sure. I have to like pop it out of place in order to get it to touch. But this wrist is a little wider.
okay, didn't you break it or something?
Yeah, I broke it, and for whatever reason, it just stayed wider. I don't know. It's weird.
Still broken.
Well, like there was a bone wedged in there, so I couldn't really move it,
What doesn't help the way you fell
and so he just pulled
like
it.
yesterday?
You just pulled it in order to. I mean, I need to fall in order to get my. It aligns me whenever I fall from skating or anything like that.
Or like how Mila was concerned.
Yeah, because she's the one that actually cares about me here. She's like, no. She has a.
When she sees, she doesn't have to see you fall. I noticed that yesterday. Because you fell like the second time. She
Mm-hmm.
doesn't need to see you fall to know that you fell. She just saw your skateboard rolling across.
Yeah, because the earth shakes.
And then she looked back and that's when she asks if you're okay.
Yeah. From she's like, and she does it nonchalantly, like she really doesn't care. Like she's just saying it because she has to just say it. But it was cold too, so my body was all stiff. It's been way too cold to be outside. It's like a crisp cold air. I don't know.
Yeah, it
It's
hurts.
it's just different. But I mean, I like it. That'd be
I
cool if it's.
like it. It's
But
been foggy too.
yeah, that'd be cool if it snowed. I wonder if
It's
it's.
not that cold.
You think it snowed pretty low? No,
When
probably
did it
not.
snow?
I'm saying, do you think that it will? Because it's gone. It's like 40 degrees right now.
It's supposed to rain like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I think.
Hmm. So now that we're 5 episodes in, this is our fifth. Do you feel like you have an idea of how the show's going?
No.
It's just off the rails.
I mean, yeah, I see that, especially with you.
Yeah. I think I go in and I want to have a format, but then I just don't want to have a format.
It's just strange to me. It's kind of something that I'm adjusting to because I feel that the person you are on a normal basis is like kind of organized and you have your thoughts in order. And then you'll come in here, jump in here, right? And then I feel like, okay, I know the person I'm doing this with. And then it's just like, boom, different.
Yeah. It's because sometimes when I feel like I write the ideas down, I feel like I write the exact idea down, and then think to myself that I have to memorize it to get it exactly like this, instead of just like making it my own, which is weird because the thought itself was already my own. But then when I'm rephrasing or when I'm saying that same thought that I thought, it just sounds wrong. I don't know. I guess I just don't have that ability yet.
I would like us to get to a point of like, I mean, I like, the whole off the rails thing, but I would like to be a little bit more organized because I feel like sometimes it's too random. And like, I think people like to have a,
An idea of what they're gonna get.
yeah, like for instance, this episode, I mean, you know, we could have done it something geared to being Christmassy,
Yeah.
but it's just,
Well, we got a tree right here in present, so that's our Christmas.
but like a topic.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And that's the thing that I struggle with because I can have a topic, but then I might forget or change my opinion on it. So I have to like think about like that topic first, and then kind of like build I guess just get familiar with it, which I guess is good because you learn about it actually, and then you can have an opinion about it.
Yeah.
And so I think just giving myself time to actually think about, you know, things like that. I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that um, I'm getting more used to speaking and things like that. I mean, I just feel like it's gonna take time still. We could be on episode 50 for all I know, and it could still not be something that I understand completely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, but it's almost like but also yeah, I don't know.
But it's exciting. Like, I don't know, the way it makes me feel is like, because it's something totally different than what we do on a normal daily basis.
Yeah.
So it's kind of puts you out of that circle.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I definitely like to do this. It's very therapeutic. I feel like I retain more myself, or like I grow a little bit each time, even though I'm not even talking about maybe anything or whatever. But I feel like it helps just kind of ease my mind almost.
Like I've had to. I mean, one thing I've learned is that I need to stop talking about Mila so much. But
I
like you have so many things to talk about.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
me, I'm just like one thing on my mind, basically.
yeah. I mean, 'cause there's a lot that I see and that goes through my head.
I know.
Or like I'll see something and then all of a sudden it'll trigger a whole different thought, and then I'm in a whole different place, and then all of a sudden I'm
But that's what's crazy is the fact that
I thought I heard Mila, but it's just music.
are you sure?
Yeah.
Um, is the fact that we're like like not opposites, but we are kind of opposites, like because of the things that we know. I don't know how to describe it really. So it's like when you put us on here, it's just not like where it's two people thinking the same exact way.
Yeah, that's what's good about it.
I'm very like la di da.
'Cause you had two people that agreed on something all the time. I mean, sometimes it's fine, but I think that I don't know. Never mind. I think if you just have different opinions, I think it's interesting to see. Can you stop yawning?
I can't. I'm sorry.
Jeez, it's not that late. I think I'm so hungry because I had two Red Bulls. I wonder what size they put in the drink.
The little ones probably.
Probably, huh? So it's just like a normal one.
Yeah.
Man, I'm a bitch.
Yeah, that tea was good.
Yeah, but I don't think I've had a Red Bull in a while. I had a Monster. Well, I had that drink. Well, I don't know. It's like every time I drink something caffeinated and then I go restroom, I'm just completely empty, and then I need to put food in my body. I can feel my stomach start to bloat.
You're that hungry?
I am, yeah. I guess I am. I guess I have to eat. Honestly, I think I have to shower too.
You do. You didn't shower this morning?
Did I not?
Nope.
Hmm. I just
Great.
jumped out of bed. I know. I'll eat something, then I'll shower, and then I'll stay up and put this episode up because I gotta put it up tonight.
And what will I be doing?
I don't know. You'll probably be asleep already. Yeah. Would be uh, is this? I don't know. Why don't you ask me a question?
If you had one wish, what would you wish for on Christmas?
I would wish for my own movie theater. You know what would be crazy is that how many new businesses are gonna come up after all this that are more geared towards people being in their car or not really moving a lot.
You think?
Yeah, imagine that. I think it'd be hard, but I mean it'd be interesting to see if anything happens after this like that change things. Like like more drive-through things. What's something out there that you can make drive? Imagine like a retail store that's drive-through.
A bar.
A drive-through bar, yeah, there'd be so many accidents. Well,
A drive-through. Who knows? Honestly, there's not very many options for drive-through things.
yeah, it'd be very hard. Like even
Because if
even
you,
when you've gone to like a gas station like LA when they're locked up, so you have to order everything at the front window. It it's like there's too much specific things to deal with to to deal with.
I heard
And
your
then
stomach growl.
I know, and then sometimes there's like a English or like a what is it called? A culture barrier or a language barrier, sorry. And they don't really understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like I want the cucumber lime Gatorade, and the green one, and then all they hear is just the green one. They
It's
give
like
you
really
the
the only green one.
the apple. They don't have an apple.
Oh, they do. It's like really nasty.
I don't know. I haven't even tried it. I don't think I've only tried the
Pepino?
yeah the pepino.
Nah, you tried the purple, bro. Fierce one.
You know what's weird is that whenever nowadays, like when it's cold right now, it gets when it hits like 51 degrees. It's like sometimes it's like kind of hot. You know, like that's like
It's the sun, though.
yeah,
Because
I know.
outside it's actually cold.
Yeah, but I mean, you just gotta get moving. I don't know. I wonder how long it'll stay like this.
Till
Hope
spring.
you know what I always feel like I like it, but then whenever I'm in the winter, I feel like I'm so unprepared. Like I don't have a jacket or I don't have enough jackets.
Yeah, how do you think I feel?
I don't have enough layers or anything like that. So I'm constantly like cold or
I feel like I don't ever think that I need like a thicker jacket. And
yeah,
then when it comes down to it, you do.
exactly.
Like, I don't have anything that's thick. Literally, everything that I wear, it's like you could not wear that to the snow.
Yeah. I know exactly, and
They're like
I'd
thin
have to wear
cardigans.
layers. I'd have to wear layers, and all my layers would soak if I went to the snow. I do want to go to snow. Is there even snow around here? Wait, we probably can't even go anywhere. Are the national parks open
I
right
don't
now?
know.
I don't know either. But I mean, and also too, like where are the fires at?
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy that the other day the news said we're still in fire. It's fire season, but it's like we're winter. It's sad. But I guess that's just our natural disaster, opposed to like other ones or hurricanes or tornadoes or anything like that.
Tsunamis.
I could really do without seafood. I don't like seafood at all. I don't think. I think that I could eat like tuna, like a pokey. What was it, pokey wrap? Is that what we had that one time?
I think it's just poke road.
Yeah, poke wrap.
Burrito.
Yeah, that was good. It was like it had smoked tuna. I think it was cooked like that.
It wasn't even cooked, I think.
No,
No.
isn't fish not? I guess all fish isn't cooked right. It's
Mm.
raw.
That was like, it's like sushi.
Okay, maybe I do like seafood then.
I don't like seafood.
I don't think I want to try a lobster, but I don't want to try it. I mean, not a lobster, a squid.
Ew.
Yeah, I want to try squid, but I don't want to try it. You wouldn't try it? I would try it. I would. But but what's
I don't know who you are.
but what's weird is that the only thing is that I want to eat it from a place that is I guess safe.
Yeah,
Where
but you
they
can't really.
where you trust that they prepare it properly, or that it's
You'd
not
have to go.
old
I'll try it at
octopus,
Nobu.
like a fancy restaurant. Yeah, I would try it. I know, but like I don't want to go to a fancy restaurant. I just want to try a quick little, just a little tentacle. Just I want you to
Just
just
get them
like
at the
toss it in
grocery
my mouth.
store.
Do they sell it at the grocery stores?
I'm sure.
I wonder if they do
Isaac, like
around here. You
you're
think
at,
so?
you're talking about like the sushi prepped already.
No, not sushi prepped. I'm sure there. You know what? Maybe that's what I'll look for tomorrow.
Oh my god. I
Imagine
I
having
could.
imagine having sushi for Christmas.
You don't even like menudo.
What? Yes, I do.
You don't like the meat.
What the heck? I love the meat.
You say you don't like that it's too chewy,
I mean, I'm fine with it.
but you want to eat a tentacle.
Yeah, I eat both. What is that? That's in menu though, anyways.
Stomach lining.
Exactly, I eat that. What's the difference from that than a squid? It's probably the same texture. Probably tastes the same, honestly. I wonder if there's squid around here somewhere. What's an ideal dinner for Christmas?
Tamales.
Is that like the traditional thing? That is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it for white people?
Turkey.
Turkey or ham, huh?
Mhm. Thanksgiving all over.
What would be another acceptable meal?
That's it.
That's really it, huh?
Menudo. Pozole.
What would you If you could change it for something, what would you change it for?
I would no.
If you could have tamales more regular around the year, would you?
Yeah,
So then why don't we?
because they're.
I mean, it's not like the food isn't available to us. Are turkeys available all year round? They are, right?
I'm sure.
I mean, because there's ground turkey, all that stuff, turkey bacon. So there has to
Um,
be whole turkeys. I want to have a good turkey. Where can you find a good turkey? I've never eaten, and no one's ever made cooked a good turkey.
I do think that if you remember back, maybe when I was pregnant, so 4 years ago, that Thanksgiving.
You were pregnant 4 years ago?
Yes.
Holy shit!
Or
Where was I?
was it 5? 4, huh? My brother made that turkey.
2017.
Do you remember?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, that one was good, but I mean, I want like I don't know. Maybe that's I guess just as good as it will get.
I mean, you can try to make one.
No. I mean, it's not. I'm not against it. It just it seems like hard. Not like hard to cook, but it just seems like a solid thing. I don't know. And it seems like where's the meat? I don't know. I mean, obviously I know where the meat's at, but it's just people put beer in it.
Beer.
Yeah, like they have those tools where you put the can of. And why is ham a choice? Why do people want ham on Christmas?
Because.
Probably like a good roast would be good. Would you try a duck?
No.
What is probably the craziest, farthest and craziest you'll go as far as trying stuff?
I mean, I think that you can answer that easy.
It's just chicken. Yeah, just chicken.
Or beef.
Barely beef. It has to be burnt in order for you to eat it. If you see a slightest bit of pink,
It's only in ground beef.
it's in
And
every beef.
especially since the last time we went to eat with my dad, he told me about the burgers. Now I'm gonna be OCD about the burgers.
You know how many times I've had food poisoning?
Not
At
very
least
many times.
at least 5 times in my entire life.
And that's a good accomplishment, no?
Yeah, I know because it's just
You know how many times I've had food
I
poisoning?
always thought it was just a regular thing that happens every now and then. It's just something that kind of happens.
That's like,
One time I got food poisoning from KFC.
yeah, that's believable.
Yeah, I think the chicken was undercooked. I still eat there though.
There's places that you look at and you just think, that's probably not the best place to eat.
But I haven't had any food poisoning since.
You've been an adult,
Yeah, I think because my stomach is
immune to it.
built and immune to all foods, so it can just like eat whatever.
Like, I mean, I used to be so super down to eat at taco trucks, but now I'm kind of sketched out about it.
Why?
Just because of, like, E. coli and whatnot. I'm
Equal.
very, if you haven't known the person I am, I'm very cautious.
I don't think E. coli is always there.
E. coli can be on their hands because they don't wash their hands good
Right.
from going to the restroom.
So there's E. coli on my pee.
Probably.
Well,
Especially you because you don't wipe.
what? I don't wipe. When I gotta wipe my pee?
You do.
You get E. coli from pee?
No, from poop.
Hmm.
But I think that as I get older, the more OCD I'm getting with that.
Yeah.
I check the dates on everything if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I don't know.
And you're like, oh. I'm like, hey, that went out a day ago. It's still fine for another month.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it
And
depends
I'm
on what
just
it
like,
is. Depends on what it is. I mean, if it's grape juice, then it'll ferment, and we'll have wine or what's that? Kombucha. Yeah, that's basically rotten stuff, and you drink that.
because it's healthy.
So is bacteria. You know, there's a video you can find of a guy who eats molded stuff.
That's disgusting.
He's healthy as hell. I mean, I think he's dead now, but of natural causes, not because of his diet. I bet. I bet there's still people that do that.
I feel like I've saved your life on multiple occasions from getting sick
Probably. That's probably why I haven't recently.
because
Now I'm gonna be more susceptible to it whenever it happens like at a
no.
restaurant.
And then you better leave because I'm not dealing with that.
Wow. You're not
It's
gonna
true.
take care of me? What
That's
if it
one
just comes
thing
out
is
the
that
bottom end instead of the
that's
top?
that's one thing is that when I've we've been together for how many years?
I'm about 12.
I think like 7,
12 would be since 2008.
14, 16, 19,
4
20.
years.
So almost 7 years we've been together.
Oh yeah, 2014.
And we both had gotten a stomach bug at one point, and it was not fun because Isaac is just dead weight at that point.
I was at
There
that point,
was
yeah.
no like helping. Like, mind you, we were both sick. There was just no middle, and that wasn't fun.
Well, just because I would just have to lay in bed and I didn't want to move.
That was the first time in my life that I have ever had to like really fend for myself, and it was not fun.
Yeah, that was the first time I was like dead weight. And that was the first time whenever I felt sick and I just didn't want to do anything.
Yeah, and it was really hard. And I don't want to experience that again with you.
Why? It's not like I you took care of me.
I had to, but you wouldn't have survived.
Wait, how did you take care of me?
I fed you.
I didn't feed myself?
You didn't make the food, that's for sure.
I don't remember. Pretty sure I made something.
No, you didn't do anything.
What did we even eat?
Soup.
In Gatorade?
Yep. It was a very long few days. I don't feel that it was like too many days. I feel like it was a short period of time, but it wasn't fun.
I don't even know. Where did we get that from?
I don't know, but I can vividly remember how like the whole day was fine, and then like the afternoon, I was just like, I feel kind of weird, and then you were still fine too. You're like, and I would ask you like, do you feel fine? And you're like, yeah, and then it's just like all of a sudden it just hit
Yeah.
the devil. But talking about better things,
You know, I wonder if Redbox is gonna go out of business because I mean, who really gets movies from there, anyways?
your grandma.
Yeah, old people, I guess. Man, I swear, you know, I go to the store and it's like old people. I think they're just like playing games on me, or something. Like they're like try to be a
They're
certain
playing
way.
games on you.
They try to be a certain way. You know, like oh, I'm gonna see how long I can stand in his way before he actually says something to me. You know, or like yeah, I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna make sure I walk the whole aisle right in the middle so he can't get by, and he has to wait for me to get to the end. It's like, do they plan it? I feel like they were all out today and they were all just walking so slow. And I'm trying to be respectful, but it's very hard to be when they're so unaware. It's like they're not paying attention to anything around them. But I mean, like, is that okay because they're old? But I mean, shouldn't we all be kind of held to the same standard of like etiquette in the store?
Was anyone not wearing masks today?
I don't remember honestly. Sometimes I kind of forget, but I'm pretty sure everyone's wearing masks. But I tend to not try to not make eye contact or look at other people. Not because like I'm intimidated or nervous, but I mean I just don't want to make eye contact with people because I feel like I try to do it because I feel like people look at everyone and try to like see who's in the store or what they're doing or just kind of like nosy about other people. And then like you go I don't know, you go out of town and people aren't even paying attention to you know they're in their like own world, and so I try not to worry about people around me. I try to be observant, like if something goes down, like I know where the shooter is, you know. But for the most part, I don't like to like make myself open to the people. I guess I don't know. It's just more of like a like something I'm trying to do for myself. I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. So I don't really pay attention if there's maskless people. I'm sure there is though. I mean, there's a lot of people. I bet there's been a lot like at Target and Walmart and stuff. I haven't really gone there at all, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But at all like the retail stores, I'm sure it's a super spreader event for sure. You know, they say like not people to travel or anything, but I mean everyone's going to the store, so they're mixing in all their hot air with each other. They're sucking each other's air, so it's gonna go down. But I mean seriously though, there should be some type of etiquette, you know, or like if you're walking down an aisle, then you kind of know like okay, I can't stand here for a minute. I need to kind of get out of the way because there's oncoming traffic, you know. But sometimes people don't do that. They're stopped. They'll slow down, and then they'll kind of just look at what they're getting, and then finally make a choice. They'll stand there for a couple minutes, and then they'll make a choice. I feel like people. I feel like people rarely have a list to or like a game plan of what they're gonna get. It's like people just walk around and like go down each aisle and figure out really contemplate if they need, you know, to get a Dr Pepper or a Coke, you know, and then finally they choose and then they kind of figure it out and look for a sale and then they'll put it back and then they'll come back later and get it and they just I don't know. I mean, like, do you not have an idea of the things that you like? But you know, to be honest, sometimes I do that too. Sometimes we'll just walk around and kind of pick random stuff.
Yeah, we do that.
And so, you know, I can understand that. But I feel like those people that do it all the time. Because more times than not, I'll try and go in there with like a game plan or like an idea of like exactly where I want to go. Because I don't want to spend over either. You know, I hate spending like so much money at the grocery store. Because all of a sudden you buy like 5 things and it comes out to $100. But I think it's just like that in life, you know. We all have to spend so much money.
Yep.
we have to. It takes money to live, and then I just get upset with the idea of like living.
Because you just want it to store.
Yeah, I just want the money to save, but then it's like if we save all our money, yeah, we're gonna have all this money, but we're gonna be dirty and disgusting because we'll have no laundry or no food and unhealthy and just be nasty people. So we need to get like shampoo and stuff.
Yeah, you hate buying that stuff too.
I just wish it was endless. I wish you bought it once and that was it.
Oh,
But that's not how the world works, you know?
I'm getting old.
Yeah. I. Yeah?
What?
You were saying something?
I said I'm getting old.
No, that's not what you were saying. Before that, you were saying something else.
I forgot.
Does do pizza places still put the little table in the middle?
Is this episode about pizza?
No, this episode has been about basically nothing. This isn't a good episode. Just letting you know. It's terrible. But I had a feeling that it was going to be like that.
Why?
Just because I really enjoyed the last episode we made, episode 4. And I feel like maybe it wasn't good, but to me I liked it for certain reasons.
What
But
was your reason?
reasons to not be said. They're they're confidential. But I did like it and I felt like having that in my head kind of made me think like, okay, then this one is definitely going to be good. But I mean, it was like, but I mean, I can't say that either. I can't judge it. You know, I don't know because either way, I'm still having a good time, so it doesn't really matter. Cause I don't know where I'm trying to get either. It's just a big collage of mess, and I think I'm hungry, so I'm a bit derailed.
I'm derailed.
Yeah, you're derailed because you're gonna fall asleep.
I'm just like I was awake and then
But I mean, also, it's like I think it's like an unideal time to do it this late. I mean, because we're kind of awake, but we're not like awake.
we should do an early morning one.
No, definitely not early morning. I mean, I think just like in the evening is cool, but just like not when we're like already starting to wind down, you know? Because like right now it's 11, we would be going to lay down and
We would have been already asleep.
watching a movie. Probably would have been asleep because honestly, I want to be able to go to bed early. I like to wake up early, but I don't. I can't go to bed early either. It's so hard because I feel like there's so much to do in the night, or like sometimes I come alive in the night for like 30 minutes and I get tired. I don't know. It's just a big mess.
I mean, I feel like I used to last, but right now I'm just a tired ball of mush.
I think with mini mush inside you, I think I'd be fine if I had food. Honestly, if I would have
Did
prepared.
you did you give Mila candy today?
Yeah, she didn't even eat it. She was just playing with it.
Which candy did you give her?
The gummy bears.
Oh yeah, those are disgusting.
Oh, they were good. But I think if I had food, then I'd be more awake. And so I think I just need to plan for that properly. But I'm excited for Christmas, and I hope everyone is excited for Christmas. I was thinking of not doing an episode just because, like, taking a week off for Christmas and New Year's, because I know, like, that's a thing to do.
Because we
But
need time off.
yeah, exactly. And I thought, no, we just started, so we're just going to go ahead and do it. And so, whatevs. I don't know if we'll have an episode next week, though. No, you know what? We are. Because we're not going to give up. And we're going to keep pushing through and keep fighting for our right to speak on this podcast for everything and all these matters that are important.
You're getting yourself riled up.
And so, the next time you see us, I think it'll
Hey, you
be.
know what's weird?
What?
My birthmark's not very noticeable.
Yeah, I know. We stopped caring about that a long time ago.
Remember how self-conscious I used to be about it?
Yeah.
For what?
I don't know. I mean, I have a birthmark on my face. A lot of people don't even
Wasn't
notice
it
it
darker
anymore.
though?
My mole.
No. Mine right here.
I feel like it was just more noticeable. I don't know, but I feel like it's kind of like blended away. It's kind of
And I
like
used to like think it was so dramatic.
yeah, I know. I don't know why. Sometimes you can't even see it. It
I
wasn't even like a big deal, but I mean that's how it is. You feel self conscious.
I literally I forgot about it, honestly.
I did too, honestly.
Oh
You
no,
brought
it's
it up.
right here. What is this?
Another one.
Look, watch, come here. It's this one.
Oh yeah.
Blotch.
Yeah, I did forget about it though. But it's just you yourself are more self conscious about it than other people. Like I used to be so self conscious about my mole, but I feel like as I gotten older, it's kind of backed up into my face,
Yeah.
which is weird. I feel like it used to be like right next to my lip. Like I could lick it if I wanted to.
I know when people used to say, that's funny, is that when people used to say like, that's how I knew you in high school. It's like
Isaac with the mole. Yeah, I know. I used to hate it when I was in elementary because when I came to this town in 4th grade or 5th,
Oh, here we go, mister.
that was when I
I
started.
lived everywhere.
No. That was when I started to to deal with like
Bullies?
shitty people. Yeah, not
Bullies?
until I got to this town was when I dealt with shitty people.
Do you
I
remember?
know there's shitty people in the world, but there's a whole lot of shitty people here in this town.
Do you remember who bullied you?
Yeah, I think almost everyone I know at one point. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, quite a bit of people, but they would even make fun of like the things that I wore. Like I had this jean jacket that I really liked, and people would make fun of it. And sometimes in class, they would like cut the collar with scissors. It was so mean of people to do that. It honestly pisses me off to think about like how shitty those people are. But it's okay because one of those fuckers is in jail, so I don't care.
Really?
Well, I don't know if he's in jail. I just saw him in the back of a cop car one day. And like, I was always like striving to be his friend because I thought he was cool, even though despite him and this other stupid bitch would do that stuff to me. But a lot of people would do that.
Would your like parents complain?
No, I never really carried it with me that much. I never like would go home crying or anything. I would just be like,
I mean, it stuck with you this long.
yeah, I did, but it helped me because now I can't. It's hard for me. I definitely can't trust people in this town, but it's definitely allowed me to see like, okay, that's wrong of me to try and be their friends even though they're doing that. Like I don't. If I feel that it's wrong, then it's wrong, and I don't need to do those, or I don't need to be their friends. So basically just fuck them, and I'll just do my own thing, whether I'm by myself or not. Cause that was my always. That was scary to me. Was like being alone or like not having a place to sit, like at lunch or go at recess, or like
Yeah, that used to be like make that used to make me like
paranoid.
yeah to send like if I it's not even in elementary school though because I really elementary school was I can't really remember a lot of it, but like middle school I feel like that's when it that like anxiety set in a lot, and I didn't like to like show up to school like unless I knew my friend was there
Yeah,
too, and like if I was the first one there then I would feel like awkward, and I always felt like my friend at that time she was like so confident compared to me, like
yeah,
she didn't care if she was by herself or not, and like I always like wondered how to be like that
yeah,
at that time. And especially like if I was to like come to school late and let's say it's like brunch or something, like and you have to find everyone,
yeah,
that would make me like anxious.
yeah. Yeah, I know that would bother me. Yeah, because I was still like that in high school. Like I would have the anxiety.
Yeah.
Like if I would show up at school and I wouldn't know where everyone is at, and I couldn't find them, then I would be
Or
like, not. I would not know what to do with myself.
if it was like an assembly, that would probably be really bad feeling. Like if you were to show up late to the assembly
Yeah,
and you have to like walk in the whole auditorium with.
yeah. So like showing up to school, I would always have to make sure I'm early or the first one because that way I would see my friends coming and I can meet up with them. And like that was, I hated that feeling, and I think it. I don't know. It was just is looking at it. It's just like such a negative thing to be like that. To have that anxiety.
But probably all people feel like that.
Yeah, but then again, but then too, it's also because there are shitty people who would notice those things. Who'd be like, "Oh, he's by himself," because like you hear it when you're on that end. But in the end, you just kind of have to like learn to forget about it. But I guess it's like
Well, and
crucial too.
that's what is scary. Like when you have your own kid, because she's gonna have these feelings about certain things, whether we like it or not,
Yeah.
whether we try to make her feel better or not. But like, what's crazy to me is like, when I was in high school and like I had girls literally walking behind, like, literally behind me as we were passing period. Oh no, it was probably like lunch, and they're like talking crap about me because I did not have Uggs. I had bare paws.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is like looking back at it now. In that moment I was mad because it's like, why couldn't I have Uggs?
Yeah.
Why couldn't my
Exactly.
mom get those for me?
Yeah.
And now I look back and it's like that's literally all that we could have done in that moment.
Yeah. I know.
And to have kids tell you stuff because of that is crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like I would always get picked on for things that I was wearing, even though, like, when we went to elementary, it was like wrong to wear clothes from Target or Walmart,
I know it
you
was.
know. But even then, like, I didn't care. But I mean, because if I liked something, then I liked it. But even then, it was just like, well, I don't want to wear it, because they're just gonna pick on me or make fun of me,
Yeah,
I
I
hated
remember
it.
one time it was like a picture day in elementary school or in middle school, and my mom bought me the outfit like the night before at Target,
Hmm.
and I was very upset about it.
Yeah, I bet.
But now it's like, what? Like, most of our wardrobe is like from Target.
Yeah. I mean, but I feel like it's different. I feel like kids kind of don't care about those things anymore. I don't know. It's weird. It's just different. Like they don't care what kind of.
No, I feel like kids still care.
I mean, I feel like they do care. Like
We're just not in that realm.
there's some level of judgment, but I feel like also it's like there's different things that matter now. Like when I see my brothers or when I see other kids at school, like things that they're doing or wearing or or something that I would have been made fun of if I worn or had. But now it's like there's a whole different thing going on where it's like doesn't those things don't matter. I don't know.
Yeah, but then it's like, what are they getting bullied on now?
Probably just I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I feel like honestly, there's
It's
not a
still
lot.
bullies.
I mean, I'm sure there is, but I feel like it's different now. I don't know. I
But
It's just I couldn't explain it, but it's just different.
it's crazy to think about all those things that bothered you when you were younger and to look back and see how irrelevant they are and how they don't affect you now. And you see those people now too, and you're just like, you know,
Yeah.
wow.
I even feel like that some of my friends were ever my friends that I just kind of had to like force them to be my friend. Like I had to change myself so many ways because I never wanted to feel rejected. So I
I don't think anyone did.
Yeah, I know. And I never was able to figure myself out until now. And I think that's why I don't like to have
See, but what's so
or
weird
to
is
hang out
like
with my friends.
when I think about you and like how I knew you in high school, because that's when I, first initially met you.
Mhm.
Even though we were friends like on Facebook or MySpace since like middle school, which is weird.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember that.
I don't think we talked, but I know we were friends because I remember at one point it said on our Facebook like friends since like 2008.
Yeah, I had a Facebook early on just because of my avid teacher in middle school had one, so we all made one just to be friends with her.
But when I view you and I look at you and the way I saw you, like even when we had hung out a few times because um, of one of my friends that was like in love with you, so then I would have to go with her to hang out with you. You seemed very like, in a way like douchebaggy in a way, not like douchebag like prep douchebag. You were just like a like like if I was to say something dumb, you were gonna like make me feel dumb about it
Yeah.
type of person.
Yeah.
And then to like hear how you felt underneath, it's kind of opposite, and it's kind of crazy to know that. Because for me, I feel like the way I acted was the way I felt.
Yeah.
Like, because I was very awkward. I felt like I was awkward. Um, I wasn't good with the boys.
Yeah, I feel like I was judged on that a lot. Or even more than I know. That I was more judged on how I acted than how people thought I really was. But I mean it's okay because I feel like that I was. I always considered myself like an asshole, kind of douchebag. Not
Yeah.
that not that I was okay with it. It's just that I didn't know how else to be.
Like, you had to be cold to talk to you.
No, I just
That's what it was like, though.
yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
then, like, you were the person that, like, if you really didn't talk to a person, so, like, for instance, you didn't really talk to me, but you talked to the other girl often.
Mhm.
So, but it's like, then it makes you feel like, well, then I'm really not cool at all.
Yeah. It's just cuz it takes a while for me to get to the core of who I am and for people to see that. So not everyone really, there's probably like 3 people, 4 people in my life who know me
That's
really,
so funny
and
thinking about it, honestly.
who could be who are my actual friend.
Like, I could remember those times. Like, I remember, because it's not like you were the only person that has made me feel like that. But, like, you, like, are talking to a person and they're just, like, waiting for you to be done.
Yeah, and we didn't have the capacity then, or things weren't more aware like they are now, of like how you're completely someone else on the inside, or like acknowledging their feelings, because we would just acknowledge like, okay, you're being short with me and distant, so you're just a dick, so you're not. you have an issue
But
or
you
something.
were rude.
I know I was, but that's. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I had a
You
lot
were
of.
mean. Like, and then that's the thing too. You were in a sense mean.
Oh, I was. I had a lot of hatred in high school.
And then it's like the person that you were friends with, that's who I was the closest with. And it's like now I look back and it's like, how the heck is that even work out?
Yeah, I had a lot of hatred in high school. I could not wait to get out. I just, I don't know. I hated the structure of it. I hated the people. I hated most of the people. I hated the way it made me feel every year. You know, my last 2 years is when I finally had like my place to go and be safe. And so like I was never in the yard or never in anything. But
Yeah, that's honestly, it's just like crazy to. And then you were like more socially out there. Like you knew a lot of people.
yeah,
I knew like my circle. But that's the thing is that I was just in very awkward. Like literally, Pen 15 is literally
the show on Hulu.
is so like funny because I feel like I can relate to a lot of things and how they were like so awkward.
Yeah.
And that's how I was like so awkward. And I look back and it's and I mean I'm still awkward now.
Back up the mic. Right there.
Um, but I feel like it's okay to be awkward right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been okay. It's just these weird things that I don't know. It's just these social structures because, like, if you notice, there's very little anymore. You know, there's hardly any judgment. If there is, I mean, there can be judgment, but it's like you know it's coming from a soft place. You can tell that we now know the difference between, or I hope most people know the difference of like actually coming from hatred or just like a joke. You know, but then there's a lot of people that don't know how to say a joke because they're covering it up as a joke, but they still have the hatred. So it's like a, I mean, it's just it's another level because you understand those things, but now the next level is to get through those things also. Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
it's so weird. That's so funny now that I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, high school was like not the best years of my life. So like I went through a lot of um not even growing honestly. I don't feel like I grew really in high school until I got out of high school.
I
But
went
you
through a lot of stages in high school.
it's just so many like of trying to fit in and trying to be cool and trying to have the fancy stuff and it's like I can't believe that especially me. I mean, if you like since you know how I am, I feel like in high school, you know, for my freshman year, I was very tomboyish. And then sophomore year is when it started to kick into where like I wanted to be more girly. And then
Yeah.
like I had to like have name brand stuff. And like I think back to like pretty much the hell that I put my parents through
Yeah, I know.
to keep me at this level.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like I still wasn't even good enough at that point, which is crazy
Yeah.
because I was trying, you try so hard to fit in and then yet it's still not good enough. And then you think like, well, what do I have to do to be good enough?
Yeah, I know. I know, and it was always shitty. Like in middle school, like you would have to. I remember a couple of times people, even me, would do this thing where you would ask someone else if it's okay if I wear this because you just happen to have it and they also had it first. So like a lot of times it happened with shoes, and a lot of times it happened because I'd go through shoes a lot, and but sometimes I would have to wait till they're on sale or I would get sale shoes, but just because my parents wouldn't buy me the
You knew.
new shoes every month because I would go through them from skating or whatever. And there's been many times when I've overlapped and had the same shoes as someone else, and like they always will say something to you because you're wearing the same shoes. Like those things are so stupid. Kids are stupid.
I remember one time in like, not even middle school. It was like between the middle and elementary. You know, the school I went to,
Hmm.
and my best friend at that time, Um, I had met her that year, which was like fifth grade, and I remember like her mom had taken her shopping at the local Mervyn's that we had at that time, and bought her like this specific outfit, right? And then the next day, I had my mom take me, and I had to get that same outfit. And I got the same outfit, and then I wore it, I don't know, days later. And I remember she was so mad because I had the same exact outfit.
See, things like that are dumb. It's funny though.
No, but it's funny that I went out to get the same outfit.
Yeah, I know. What a snake. You knowingly knew? Oh, man, that's a snake move. Just kidding. But I know that I am glad that I'm out.
I know you drive by and look at it and you just like think, man, 4 years of our life there,
Yeah, I know.
of all the ups and downs. And then, the teachers see this and they get to see it every year.
I know. That's
Just
probably why they're all bitter, because it's like miserable to have that, you know?
get to deal with all these emotional, like, and then like kids that are in relationships,
Yeah,
and then like
dramatic things,
they'll
or
like
like,
break up and they'll be like sobbing in class.
yeah, or they have like, they think that they have this like grasp on the world, like I did. But little do you know, once you turn 25, is really, you still barely have a grasp on the world.
And now you see those teachers and they probably look at you like, wow.
They probably thought I'd be dead, honestly. I'm just kidding. But I think I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go eat.
I think we're gonna make this like a gift.
Make it
Or
like a
wrap it
gift.
up.
Oh, man, Malika coming in with the jokes. I don't think I even said our names or anything in the beginning. I think the
It's a
beginning was
mystery.
very poor.
It's a mystery.
We just went for it. We just ran right into the wall and fucking rammed it.
And then we hit a.
And then we hit a slope, and then
I know.
we hit a wall, another wall, and another wall. But, thank you for being a part of this episode, and then thank you for listening. I hope that you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. If we don't see you on New Year's, which we will see you the next Tuesday, but I don't know what day that is. So if it's around New Year's, just Happy New Year's, okay? And this was Feels Like Saturday podcast. All right, say bye to the folks.
Bye. Have a good one.